414 podcast. You feel me? This is the channel where I like to talk, I like to connect, and I like to grow. You know, right away. Right away, I like to grow ASAP. So, let me hit that share button, man. Let me get this share. So, what y'all feel about what y'all think about Jay-Z, man? You feel me? Listening to Dame Dash, and Dame, you know, he spoke. Dame spoke. And he spoke on the situation as far as Jay-Z. And, you know, he spoke on if he believe he done it or not. Now, I'm not sure if I caught the first Dame video, the first Dame interview. And I know any interview Dame Dash do is it's a good one. You feel me? Dame Dash always got good interviews, no matter what he do. But at the end of the day, I really want to hear about this situation because Jay-Z, he been out the limelight, right? And a lot of people been bringing his name up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that mentioned Jay. Jaguar Wright even brought him up. She said he was going to be brought to the forefront, which he was. So listening to Dame Dash and checking out his story on what he think about, you feel me, the claims against Jay-Z, you know. And shout out to America New Network. You feel me?
If you haven't already, press the subscribe button for America New Network's YouTube, and also download America New Network on your app store. The app store, type in America, type in NU. It's free, and you know, that's the drill. Pause. What's happening?
Let's get into it. What do you think about the Jay allegations that came out?
Well, I can say this. You know, I've been looking at the news, and a couple weeks ago I saw that, you know, that attorney had got sued for extortion, and I had saw the lawyers that
was popping, man,
were on the case, and I saw that Alex Shapiro, so whatever his name is. So I was like, damn, homie might be jammed up or be a part of that. But I didn't think too much of it.
Hey, I'm sure everybody thought he was a part of that. I'm sure we all think he a part of that because I'm not sure, man. I'm wondering myself, is Jay-Z really finna get slammed for this? Is this really finna, you know what I'm saying, take place like this? Is this really finna go down like this? Like, make it make sense.
I know that in my personal experience that I've gotten that demand letter on like a Christmas Eve, a week after me and Rocky just lost a baby.
Oh man, condolences to Dame and his family, man, for losing that baby.
From Chris.
Hey, shout out to Dame Dash too, man. He one real nigga, man. He a stand up nigga. He speak on what he mean. He mean what he say. You feel me? Simple as that. You feel me? I don't even think he took no malice to the chest when, you know, the Rockefeller situation was going on either. You know, when they was getting ready to take that piece of Rockefeller from him. You know, but shout out to Dame Dash, man. Condolences to the family.
Chris Brown, this is not allegedly, this really happened. But I guess I'll say allegedly just in case. Allegedly. But I got that
Chris
letter,
Brown, lawyer sued him or
it was, and it was a ridiculous allegation. And I was still grieving the loss of an unborn child. But I was definitely angry. Because number one, those allegations were ridiculous. And it was from a person that we had caught. And again, I'm going to say allegedly because I got sued for saying she stole. But
damn,
because we caught her allegedly trying to steal. So I had a tape of her, of us catching her, this girl. And it just seemed like it was very retaliatory. And, you know, just for something
that sounds like some retaliation shit, you feel me? Almost like these allegations, it sounds like a lot of them is trying to get retaliation against these celebrities. And at least that's what the celebrity's saying. But at the end of the day, it almost sounds true too, because a lot of allegations that's been coming out, gang, been sounding like almost quite on the nail. You feel me? I'm talking about.
Was ridiculous. So, I felt like they were trying to extort me. So I called my
Extortion
lawyer.
crazy.
And
Now,
my
extortion
lawyer,
crazy. When a motherfucker trying to extort you and get that bag out of you, gang, that's a different ball game. You hear me? That's something different.
it looked at
Like,
it that way.
P.
Like, this
Diddy
is
and them said they was
ridiculous.
getting extorted. You
So,
feel me? Jay-Z said the same thing in his lawsuit. He said, you feel me? This is extortion play. He said, really, these motherfuckers trying to extort me. They trying to get the bag out of me. And, I want y'all to really look at this case for what it really is. Now, Diddy said the same thing. And I'm sure a lot of celebrities will say the same thing, gang. But is this shit true? Dame Dash being extorted on a whole nother level, that's different. That's a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? That's a totally different ball game. But the other two,
my
I
lawyer at the
don't
time
know.
called the feds,
Sound
and they
fishy
said
with
they
them,
were
gang.
investigating it or whatever.
Little shaky.
But at the end of the day, what my lawyer told me was, listen, you'll go through the trial. It's not.
And I
true.
wonder, should they take it to trial? I wonder, if Jay is found, you know what I'm saying, guilty, or if he is indicted, should he take it to trial? Should him and Diddy take it to trial? Do y'all think they gonna beat the case? You feel me? Do y'all think they should receive a bail if Jay get arrested? You think he should receive a bail? And do anybody out there believe Diddy should receive a bail? I heard a lot of people say, hell no, because when he get out, he gonna be on people's ass. When he get out, you feel me? He gonna have motherfuckers he wanna hurt. When he get out, he gonna be everybody that testified against him. But I'm not sure, because I don't know. You feel me? Now, if they hold his ass behind them bars, do y'all think he got a fighting chance to fight the case? You feel me? Do you think he got a fighting chance to fight the case and possibly win it? Or do anybody believe he can fight the case right now and possibly win it? I want to know what Dame Dash
stand
thinks.
up. And then after that, you'll be able to sue for any loss of business that you had, and that it could potentially be a frivolous lawsuit.
Right.
So, I put that video up, and again, I caught this girl stealing or whatever, allegedly, and that's one of the charges that I had was defamation.
Right.
Because she didn't, in fact, steal. I just had busted her trying to leave with $5,000 worth of equipment. Allegedly.
Shit, that's stealing.
I don't want to get sued.
That's stealing. Fuck you talking about. Now, getting sued saying that, he had to say allegedly. That's stealing. If you caught this motherfucker and you got evidence, video evidence of this motherfucker trying to leave, you know what I'm saying, your vicinity with $5,000 or something worth of whatever it is, even if it's cash, that's stealing, gang. You know what I'm saying? But we got to see how the court system plays.
But because of that word, I think they hit me for $40,000 just for that.
Damn, $40,000 lawsuit?
Then
just for assuming a motherfucker was stealing from you?
Because I had a lot to say, and to me, statements are meant to be quick and short. But if I'm being transparent and I'm being truthful, then I have no problem saying my side of the story with no exposure.
You shouldn't.
So I did a radio interview right then and there. For me,
because I'm saying, if you're telling the truth, my nigga, you shouldn't have no problem with explaining your story the long way. I wouldn't have no motherfucking problem. I explain my story the long way every time. I'm gonna make sure you motherfuckers understand me, and I'm gonna make sure you get what I'm saying. You see?
It's important. Because of the way I approached it, I think my children already knew what the truth was, like, in the rest of the world. Because I get these questions, like, because people have been texting me, calling me all day, all night. And they like, will this affect his reputation and this, that, and the third? And I'm like, if he goes through the trial. Because when they say, like, a money grab, it's not a money grab to me. It's more like, if somebody comes to me and says, yo, I'm accusing you of raping a 13-year-old and you want to settle, it's like, that's unsettlable. If it didn't happen, I'm not settling that, because it's like saying you admitted to doing something.
Exactly.
That's an offer that you
That's something I
can't.
never understood. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to settle like P. Diddy did with Cassie? Why the fuck you want to settle? Because you silently admitting you did it. You silently admitting you did something that you proclaim you didn't do. You know what I'm saying? So if Jay-Z come out and he say, yo, I want to settle this shit, gang, he quietly admitting something he didn't do, that he's saying he didn't do. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about if he do take it. If he take it to trial and he stand on business and he stand on what he's saying, then, you know what I'm saying, I guess time will weigh out the results and we'll find out if he really guilty. But if Jay-Z settled out, you know, almost like P. Diddy did, then automatically he guilty. He's silent. He silently stated he's guilty. I want to settle out. Look, let me pay y'all off so this shit don't go public. It's already public, but it don't go no further public, and I be totally embarrassed. You feel me? Motherfuckers find me guilty of what's taking place and all the above, everything else. You feel me? There's other motherfuckers who be getting these cases, gang, and they silently settle. They try to silently settle, but due to the fact these motherfuckers so big, I don't think the people that this shit was taking place to or taking place on, I don't think they want to silently settle. They like, fuck that. Let's take this shit to the top. Let's get the money for it. You feel me?
You can't settle on some allegation like that.
Right.
You know, you got to take that to trial. To me, you know, that's how I would look at it. So I don't think
Definitely
this lawyer
true.
came with the intention of thinking that, you know, someone like Homeboy was going to settle. And then you have to actually prove it.
And by Homeboy, he talking about.
So,
You feel me? By Homeboy, I wonder, is he talking about Diddy or is he talking about Jay-Z? Because at the end of the day, it'd be odd if both of them try to come out and settle. That'd be weird. You know what I'm saying?
dismiss it, but that never happens. It's just, to me, a procedure so lawyers get paid.
Right.
And then you have to have discovery, and then there's the deposition. So there's where it could be problematic, because either way, if this case goes forward, there will be a deposition. And that's where you can ask that person anything about anything, and that's where a lot of other things can happen, and you can't lie. Because that's
I think you know, Dame Dash on to something, them facts. Because when the deposition come, Jay-Z and P. Diddy got the right to ask, you know, the accuser of anything about anything and everything. You feel me? And the accuser cannot sit up there in the court and lie about it. You feel me? Whatever they said Diddy or, you know, Mr. Carter did, they're going to have to stand on business. They is. Just like Mr. Carter and Diddy going to have to stand on business, too, if they said they didn't do it. You feel me? You're going to have to prove that shit, gangster. You're going to have to stand on what the fuck you been talking about, because at the end of the day, if you did it, don't you know you finna get... You hear me? They going to put the X on your ass, gang. They ain't even finna play with them boys. You feel me?
The purpose of a deposition
20
is
years
if you
worth
say
of this
something
shit.
that's not true and then they prove it, now your word is discredited.
Yeah.
You impeach yourself.
Yeah.
So that's the purpose of a deposition, to get you to say something on paper and say something different in the courtroom.
And I think that's what Diddy, that's what Diddy and Jay-Z will be hoping for. You feel me, in their case, but I don't know if that shit gonna stand, because a lot of these people that's been coming out, gang, they've been standing on their story. They've been sticking with the same goddamn the script. You know, you can't change the script, my nigga, because the truth is the truth. Now, a liar, he gonna have to cover up his trail 100 times. And we got plenty of celebrities out there that don't lie like this. They gotta cover up their trail 100 times. And half of the times the lies get broke down. You know what I'm talking about? The lies, they start like crumbling up because they can't hold them together. They can't. I don't think Jay and them gonna be able to hold them lies together like that. I don't know.
You know, that's where things can get tricky.
Yeah.
You know. So for me personally, you know, I've gone through that where I've been accused and then go through a whole trial, and in the trial, it just doesn't stand up. It falls apart. You're lying and it just comes out.
Right.
At least that's what my experience has been. You know, but it's definitely traumatizing. Like my girl, you know, in my situation, they accused my girl as well, just because they were trying to get out
because
pockets.
You know, they feel like shit. Hey, if you can't pay, one of you motherfuckers gonna pay. And I was wondering that with Jay-Z and Beyonce. I'm wondering, is they gonna take Beyonce through the ringer? Now, a lot of people feel like, nah, she ain't gonna have nothing to do with it. They, you know, necessarily ain't gonna stop her career. It ain't gonna stop her from doing music or continuing touring if that's what she doing, or any business endeavors that she doing out there. But, you feel me, they is married. And I wonder what type of, you know, embarrassment and what type of discrediting does it do to her career? Do it do to Beyonce's name? Because at the end of the day, she right behind him. You feel me? Bonnie and Clyde. They sticking together, goddamn it. So I wonder, is Beyonce finna hold that boy hand throughout this whole trial? Or is she feeling some type of way behind this? You feel me? Or is she feeling, because I don't know how Carisha was feeling behind Diddy getting caught up behind that shit. We seen the bitch get walked out, but at the end of the day, it's like, damn, is these hoes really gonna stand behind these men? Or is these bitches, you know, finna say, you know what, fuck that. Mr. Carter and Diddy, they guilty as hell, and I wanna see what else is the outcome. Is they finna, you know, go against them and tell everything they know? I don't know if J-Lo, when they told on Diddy, I don't know if she gonna tell on him or, you know, how that's gonna go, but shit, I wanna know. I really wanna know.
Allegedly. So I know that the toll it took on my girl because she never went through nothing like that before.
Right. So y'all think it's taking a toll on Beyonce right now or what?
And then I remember back to, you know, me being accused of something, again, it was on the cover of the New York Post, and me talking to my son, and it was the first time he was like, yo, you ain't got to take me to school today. Like, I remember that conversation.
He must have been embarrassed.
And me saying, yeah, I don't want to bring that attention.
Right. See, that's what Jay-Z said too. Like, damn, you know, he was trying to tell the lawyer dude, like, nigga, now I gotta sit down with my wife and my daughter who got friends of age that when they see this motherfucking story in the tabloids on TV, they gonna ask. They gonna ask questions like, damn, your pop's out here doing that. Your pop's getting down like that. He getting jiggy like that. And at the end of the day, you feel me, Jay, you brought it upon yourself, whether you was dealing with P. Diddy or, you know, not. And I ain't laughing at him. I don't want to kick the black man while he down. But at the end of the day, it's like this, man. Look who you hanging around. Look who you hanging around, man. You got too much money to not know better. Like Nas said, ain't no way in hell you didn't know Aaliyah was that young sitting on R. Kelly lap. And you was in the damn studio with R. Kelly, Jay-Z. So at the end of the day, it's like, damn. You know, stories all over the board that's coming out now. All around the board, all over the board. And at the end of the day, you know, we can't do nothing but say Jaguar Wright was right. Jaguar Wright was right. See, a lot of motherfuckers, when they came out, they was only trying to tell about one person. They was only trying to snitch on one of them. But once one of them get caught up, they all start telling the shit like a domino effect. They all start falling. Bam, 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what happened. That's what took place, gang. Like,
You don't deserve it, but, you know, bottom line is it wasn't true. So being in the public eye means you have the exposure because, unfortunately, anyone can accuse you of something and you have to go to court. But it does have to stand up.
So basically what Dame Dash is saying, anybody can accuse you of something, but you're going to have to go to court. You feel me? Due to the fact it's already in the public eye. Any motherfucker can come out and say, hey, yo, look, I was part of that. I was part of that little sting, that little operation they had going on, the freaky operation. And I want parts of that lawsuit, you know? But y'all heard what he said. Key word is it got to stand up in court. If your story can't stand up, and I'm sure half of the motherfuckers who probably came out, stories did not stand up, but majority of the stories did. That's why half of these people is going to jail. The feds is on them now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the indictment's coming out or whatever for Jay-Z, but you know, like he said, anybody can go to court on your ass. Definitely once it's in the public eye and you're a public figure, but they got to come to court and they got to stand up. Simple as that.
Dollar because of that false accusation and it becomes frivolous, then you have a potential lawsuit against the person.
And I heard somebody say the accusations against Jay was false. I heard a few people say that. You know what I'm saying? I seen a few people say that, and I'm like, well, Jay sound mad when he made that tweet at the end of the day. You know, he sound hella mad, but the accuser sound hella confident and hella motivated to believe that, hey, yo, you know, this took place. And I also seen a video of Judge Joe Brown talking about it, and Judge Joe Brown like, shit, it been over 20 years. Now, I ain't saying that, you know, it's been over 20 years, so motherfuckers shouldn't be able to go file no lawsuit. Hell no. You should be able to file whatever lawsuit you may file if something took place with you and somebody harmed you. You know what I'm saying? But what the fuck is everybody talking about? Is Jay really innocent? Did he really not do it, or what's going on, gang? It's too many stories spinning around, man.
Well, gee, it was just a patience thing and the tolerance to go through. But it's like, I don't want to say it's part of the game, but unfortunately, like, it happens a lot, these accusations. So, you know, for me, I can't remember 2000, that MTV. I'm trying to think, like, what party? You know, this
He
is me
said,
now personally. Like, I don't know. I don't remember. So I don't know.
I'll show you the link.
I would
One of them
always
was the
think and try
time
to
she
give
said
people the
where she
benefit of the
was
doubt.
at night.
But
Well, they just proved that Jay-Z and Puff had alibi from the day of, okay.
personal level,
Yeah, white man. I saw 3 interactions around.
I can't
So you
remember.
think she just
I
a
don't
cash cow? You think she just after the money?
remember being
Like,
at
cause
one
Dame
party. I
Dash
don't
said a
remember.
lot of these accusations happen a lot on celebrities. You feel me? And I said that before in one of my videos. I know a lot of accusations like this take place on a lot of celebrities because it's easy to get them. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of them want to settle out fast. They don't want this all in the tabloids. They don't want to be publicized with this. You feel me? So I can understand that happening. But at the end of the day, how far is they going to be willing to go? You feel me? How far is they going to be willing to go? I know Puff corrupt and still think they did some sketchy shit, but this is just to blow up. Yeah. I do believe a lot of sketchy shit is going on in the in the entertainment business or in the entertainment world. But at the end of the day, yeah. Like when it hit to Jay-Z, let's start there. I was like, what the fuck? That's when I knew something was real or something was off. Because at the end of the day, I heard a few people say Jay-Z was next. You know what I'm saying? I heard the Wendy Williams interviews and she was talking about Jay-Z, and then she had the interview where Nas called and he was saying Jay was there when Aaliyah was sitting on R. Kelly lap. So a lot of that shit, gang, you feel me? That shit sound crazy. You feel me? I swear to God on my mom.
Remember that outfit with J-Lo and Puff with the white T-shirts and watching that on TV. I don't remember going to the party, but I could be wrong. But I haven't seen pictures. If I know my outfit, I usually know what I did. I can remember based on my outfit. That gives me
So
sort of
was
context.
Dame Dash at the
but
party?
I don't see. So I don't know.
Because it sounded like he trying to remember if he was at the
I was definitely
party.
surprised at the long statement because, you know, I've been to court with Homeboy and he doesn't say anything.
Oh, he talking
never
about Jay-Z.
responds.
Yeah, he talking about him. He keep calling him homeboy. You feel me? He calling Jay-Z homeboy like he don't even know him, like he don't rock with him. He do it like the young niggas do in the street. Like, what? I don't even know, dude. Who's dude? Like when the interviewers asked one of the rappers, like, hey, when they asked him about the ops, hey, what's the name? Who is that? I don't know, dude. Dame Dash doing Jay-Z like that. He like, man, when I went to court with homeboy, he don't say nothing. You feel me? He don't say nothing in court. That's crazy. I bet he gonna say something this time. I bet goddamn well he gonna speak this time.
I know that it must bother him because he actually said something in the length of the statement, you know. And it was funny because Honor Up just came out the night before, and I'm hearing words like honor in the statement. But again, you know, for me,
that is crazy because he made a statement.
And I'm
you know
trying
what
to
I'm
like look at it
he
objectively like
something.
everyone else is.
He acknowledged it.
So
he acknowledged it like he said so. And if Dame Dash and homeboy never say nothing, that gotta be different. You feel me? For Jay-Z to even acknowledge this, you know, that they gotta, like he said, bother him. But I want to see how far it's gonna bother him. Is he gonna take it to trial? If he do take it to trial, is he gonna beat it? You know, is it more allegations to come out? Is it more proof and evidence to come out that we're gonna find out and see? You know, that's what I want to know.
For me, it's like, of course, people are going to be like in the bots, the stupid ass bots, and people that are just like, I don't know. But they're going to be always talking about him again. But right now, the whole world is talking about him.
Right.
Every day, all day. So then it made me think about being famous and how dangerous that is. Because they're really, you know, they're doing the same thing that happened with Puff as far as the way the algorithm is. To me, it's worse. And they're scrutinizing every single thing from the last 20, 30 years. Every lyric.
I think the artists put it on themselves for that to happen, though. They put it on themselves for that shit to get scrutinized for the last 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? For the people to be able to go back and to scrutinize their music. They already knew what they was getting into. Y'all knew what the fuck y'all signed up for, gang. Y'all knew that going into this shit that y'all, you know, left an open door to be scrutinized, to be looked at, to be judged from 20, 30 years ago. You know, when they was in a young, unconscious mind, when they was in a, they bullshitting selves. You feel me? They already knew what they signed up for. So I understand what Dame Dash saying, but goddamn it, Dame Dash, these motherfuckers, you know, they grown. And when they got grown, they already knew that they can get a lawyer to help them furthermore understand the shit from the game that they didn't understand. Like you said, being scrutinized against shit from 20, 30 years ago. God damn it, if you didn't know that, then why in the fuck was you dropping it? Why in the fuck was you showing your ass then? Even if you didn't know that, anytime you get that type of money, my nigga, you supposed to already know what position you playing. You a liability now. Anything you do, my nigga, that shit right there can be held against you. And ain't no statute of limitations on how long it can be held against you when you one of these celebrities, gang. That shit, it can be 50 years ago, and once that shit get brought out, once the shit hit the fan, my nigga, shit, all hell's break loose. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I think
If
Sean
they take the
and
statement
Puff
and put
Daddy
it
knew
in
what was up.
AI, I'm seeing Forbes flip. It's like, it's just, people could love you one day, but they just love that to really hate you so much more.
Right.
And that was a person that I was like, he can't do no wrong. I know because
Everybody thought so, right? Everybody would think that about every celebrity. They can't do no wrong. They ain't doing no wrong. Them motherfuckers out there doing, heaven's work. They doing angels work. Man, listen. A lot of motherfuckers used to tell me when you get money it make you better. Bullshit. Depends on the way you is before you get that bag, my nigga. You gonna be that same way, but even worse 10 times. You feel me? You're going to be that same way, but even worse 10 times. And at the end of the day, usually half of these people, when they become millionaires and billionaires, they become worse. Because half of them already had a badass character. They already had badass personality. You feel me? They never loved nobody. Heart was evil as hell. They was already jealous of everybody around them. So you got to understand, these people, they never was taught morals and values. These motherfuckers was spooned from the young age. Half of them, they came in the game at a young age, my nigga, and they was taught horribly wrong, my nigga. They had no morals and values. Their moral compass was fucked up from the start. Like, come on, man. So, like, I understand what Dame Dash saying. To try to save him, yeah, okay. Try to reach out. But, man, at the end of the day, every human got to take responsibility for what the fuck they doing and what's going on in their life. And then you got to think about the people that's around them. What is the people around them doing? Is they really helping them? Is they really showing them or pulling them to the side like, hey, yo, look, gang, I don't think that's right. I don't think what y'all talking about or the crowd you dealing with is, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's kosher for you to be. I think we should dip out of here or whatever the case may be. Because a lot of times the motherfuckers they be with, they let them do whatever they want. They yes, man. Just to get a bag. Once the person they protecting or once the nigga they next to, the artist they next to, they high as hell, they all out of their character, yeah, then that bag come. They yes man. You know what I'm saying? When the bag gone, they back around them. Yeah. Do that. Yeah. Buy that. You know what I'm saying? Grab this. Gang, you gotta pay attention to these artists. So I understand what Dame Dash saying. I ain't doubting what Dame Dash saying, but God damn it, they gotta hold themselves accountable.
For some reason,
or somebody will.
Every single thing I say is considered smart, except when it comes to him. I'm smart about everything. You're watching Twitch.
That's how it be sometimes. Everything we say, we smart with, except for when it comes to other people, because somebody else see the difference. Somebody else see the, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm like, I mean, all right. And I'm not saying, because again, I have no idea what happened there. And I'm hoping everything is where
Now, I seen pictures of Dame Dash with Puff Daddy too. I seen pictures of Dame Dash with Puff Daddy too, and I'm wondering, was he ever at the parties too? He's speaking highly on Jay-Z. Everybody hit that like button, gang. But was Dame Dash at these parties too just as well? And if so, the allegations he talking about that was brought up on him, was it about the P. Diddy shit a while back? Was it about him ever, you know what I'm saying, making essay advances on any women out there that they was partying with that was in the pictures that he was in, gang? Because I seen him in a few pictures with them, in all white. Come on now. Ain't nobody crazy.
To be honest.
But and I ain't saying he was there, but I'm asking. I want to know.
They would flip on him like that. And it's crazy. And then I'm like, yo, how does TikTok and all these people that, like they say, sound crazy, like Cat Williams is looking like, because not to say things are true, but he said things would be exposed.
Yeah,
so
he's
really looking like.
And everybody thought he was crazy. Everybody thought the man was psycho, just like everybody thought Jaguar Wright was psycho. To an extent, everybody didn't believe it. And then when shit started clicking and linking together. Everybody like, oh shit, she right. Oh shit, old girl wasn't checking. You feel me?
Looking like a fortune teller.
Right.
And you know, like Jaguar and all that, like, regardless, it's like, why are the people that are looked at to be imbalanced saying these things and then they're actually happening? Like, how is TikTok?
Make that, yeah, let that be known. Why is that happening? How can these people come out like fortune tellers and genies and predict this shit and then all of a sudden, voila, it happened? How? You know, is it any truth to it? You know, it'll have a motherfucker wondering and scratching their head.
TikTok, pause. How is TikTok?
Nah,
like, I'm
and he
looking
got
at
the pause
TikTok and it's
button.
like, yo, they've been prepping
Pause.
this moment for the last 6 months.
Right.
TikTok has been literally saying that this was going to happen, and then it happened.
Right.
And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
it is
are these
because, like you said, a lot of motherfuckers be claiming to be innocent, but a lot of times we see this shit before it even take place, gang. You know what I'm saying? That's unfortunate. It's sad to say that we see a lot of these stories before it take place, man. You know what I'm saying? We hear about a lot of these motherfuckers finna get exposed, finna be busted. You know what I'm saying? Was Ellen DeGeneres part of all that shit? I never looked into her story, why she went to jail either, but I want to check that out too. Like, what type of ring they running up in this motherfucker? Or is it not just a ring? Is everybody just been accused falsely? You know what I'm saying?
these people that are looked at as imbalanced, are they really like prophets? And when I say prophet, because again, I can't know that what they're saying is true,
Hey,
but what they said was going to
it'll make
happen
you think that.
as far as exposure and people being accused of allegations, it's all been 100. They always said
It'll
Homeboy
make
was
you
next.
think that.
But
Look,
we
you
could,
heard him. He said they always said Homeboy was next. He talking about Jay-Z. Everybody been saying that for years. Jay-Z next. Jay-Z next. You feel me? And then, like he said, TikTok, man, own that shit. So how is these people knowing this? If everybody around the world saying, man, they lying, they bullshitting, these people jacking, I seen other videos, I seen other interviews and shit like this. How in the fuck is these people knowing it like Dame Dash said and it's coming true? How? You know, is it a magic wand, some motherfucker waving in the air and throwing that voodoo on them? You feel me? Like, how's this shit happening, gang? Somebody got to be able to explain something.
a week ago, I did an interview, and and they asked me about, like, what do you think about them saying Jay's next? And I'm like, I don't really care.
Wow.
But of course, as a human being, I'm like, damn, I wonder what's gonna happen.
You know, just like all of us. He said, I don't really care about shit because honestly, he already going through his own situation with Jay-Z. He already got his own beef with Homeboy, as he called him. You feel me? And he don't really care. You know, like he said, what do you feel like since everybody's saying Jay-Z next? I don't give a fuck. Hey, that ain't my partner no more. We used to be partners in crimes, but that ain't my homeboy no more. He doing his own thing, shit. You feel me? Him and Beyonce forever, whatever the case may be. So now that the shit hit the fan, like he said, how do everybody notice? How's the people that was saying this look like prophets now? At first, y'all was calling them liars. Nah, they crazy. Them motherfuckers psycho, conspiracy theories, all this shit. Definitely Cat Williams. I remember motherfucker was talking about Cat Williams was dirty. They didn't give that man no chance. The whole time that man was on to something. The whole time that man was rolling them dice out there. Hitting all sevens on you motherfuckers out there. You feel me? I'm talking about all money.
And then
Hey,
I
shout
was
out
like
to everybody
looking
out there, man.
again
Shout out to everybody on the channel. Hit
when
that
I
like
saw
button,
the
man. 6 people
initial
on there should be 6
extortion
likes. Hit that like button.
case. What was said was that multiple lawsuits were threatened,
Right.
and it included men and kids and all type of shit. So I'm like, damn.
Now he talking about Diddy right there. He gotta be. Right.
For me, just based on what I'm seeing, it must mean, they lining them up for more lawsuits. At least this is what it looks like based on that paperwork.
I know he ain't talking about Jay-Z. I ain't see none of that about Jay-Z or hear none of that come out about Jay-Z. Men, women, and children, all. He gotta be talking about P. Diddy.
And I'm like, I really didn't think. It's just crazy how one day everything, this is like the epitome. It was all good just a week ago.
It do be all good just a week ago, gang. To fuck shit get to hitting the fan like this. Dang, you already know how I go. To fuck shit get to hitting the fan, and niggas that used to be from your camp, they get to doing fuck shit, and they get to getting hit with the whammy over their head. That's how I go. That's how I go in the game. I don't know why Dame expect anything else. I don't know why he expected anything else. Why when they was telling him, hey, Jay-Z next, why he didn't say, yeah, I heard, I sort of believe it, but I gotta believe it to see it. I gotta see it to believe it, actually. He should have told him that shit like, gang, because I think Dame knew. I think that's why Dame, never been around the ass either. If you wanna be real, you could tell certain artists know certain shit about certain artists because they stay away from them. They don't fuck with them. They stay out the way from them. They do not be in the vicinity of the artists. You feel me? Okay, for instance, when the O Block shit happened, gang, Dirk was way away from them motherfuckers. Everybody was like, no, he can't be around them because of the case. That nigga was gonna make sure he was not around them anyway. He already knew what was coming up the creek, but he was trying to save his own ass, and that shit didn't work. You feel me? So it's like these motherfuckers. That's how I feel. Like when R. Kelly went to jail, I told you, I feel like he really snapped out like that because, it's other motherfuckers. It's not just me. Hey, it's a group of us. I don't know why y'all doing me like this. Why y'all just taking me down? Why y'all ain't going to get Diddy? Why y'all ain't going to get Jay? Why y'all ain't going to get such and such? Why y'all ain't going to get Jermaine Dupri? You feel me? They've been talking about Jermaine Dupri too. So it's like, man, it's a lot being unfolded in this music, in this hip-hop world, but I don't think it should be unfolded like this, gang. I think at the end of the day, I think the labels and the big heads of these labels who got these motherfuckers doing this shit in the music industry, I think they should be, hung by their nuts or something. You feel me? Because y'all been misleading these people for years and years. Had that boy Justin Bieber crying. I'm like, God damn, Justin Bieber had that boy crying. I feel bad for that little nigga. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for him because at the end of the day, he ain't know no better. Y'all walked that boy. Who walked him over there? Usher. Usher done invited that boy to Diddy house. Only reason he did that because he was invited to Diddy house by his weak ass mama. You feel me? That bitch did that for a check. She did some Tina Turner mama shit. Like, she wanted that money. You feel me? Took that boy over there. That shit was crazy. And hell yeah, I believe that shit. Like, what? Take him. You heard what he said when they asked him, would you send your kid to the Diddy camp? He said, hell no. Why, Usher? You went there. Why in the fuck you don't think it's cool to take your kid there? Nigga, you know why. So why in the fuck was y'all misleading other artists there? You know what I'm saying? Young artists too. It's a couple artists that they ain't mentioned, gang, but I guarantee it they gonna be in them cases. I guarantee the artists and all the people P. Diddy fuck gonna be in them Fed cases. You know what I'm saying? They definitely is. I seen the case, gang, that wasn't talked about. It was an artist P. Diddy had, and it was another female artist he had. She was like a little tomboy, and he put out some music, and the boy ended up dying. The tomboy, P. Diddy ended up signing her, but nobody ever heard from the bitch again. Almost like the band members. Remember, making it a band? Nobody ever heard of them motherfuckers again. But you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever found out who killed homeboy, and P. Diddy ended up taking the rights to do music like he do everybody. So, this shit sound believable at the end of the day. The parents still looking for the killer. They still trying to get an investigation on Diddy now, and the shit can't go. It won't go. So, I'm like, what the fuck really going on, gang? What is Diddy them really doing out here, man? Shit crazy.
And, I just never seen homeboy explain himself. Ever. So that was different for me. But I'm just like everybody else. I'm just like,
I mean, that would be different.
This world is changing rapidly.
Definitely. If you know a nigga who known over 15 years, you never seen a nigga explain himself. You never seen a nigga speak up in court. He always had the lawyer talking for him. You know what I'm saying? One of them niggas you always think a smart nigga, smart-minded nigga, and now finally he want to explain himself when a case like this come out. Now, a lot of people like, hell yeah, explain yourself. But then again, I heard some motherfuckers say, like, why would he even speak? That shit make him look guilty. Why would Jay-Z even come out and say anything? That shit make him look guilty as fuck. You feel me? And to me, it almost sounds like that's what Dame Dash saying here, gang. Like, just him explaining himself. Make him sound
And
guilty.
a lot of the stuff
Why
that
he ain't let the
people that
lawyer
we thought
talk?
were crazy or
That's
saying
what the fuck your
were
lawyer
actually happening. And how the hell did they know? Like, how did they know?
They know.
And also people, like, you know, I'm looking now on a business level. I'm like, now, if this isn't true, it should be easy to beat. But until it's beat, pause, I don't see how corporate could support. Or what can he do? And I'm watching. I'm like, now, if, you know, because the difference between him and me, or let's say even him and Kanye, is that he's really tied into corporate.
Right.
So if corporate shuts his life, like, he really has the ability to be canceled. I don't think it would be as easy for him to go independent and sell product on his own, like Kanye's had to.
That's crazy. He don't believe Jay-Z can do that. He don't believe Jay-Z will be able to sell product on his own if corporate stop fucking with him behind this case. Why not? Why not? Do y'all believe Jay-Z is that type of man? I don't know. I heard a lot of people talk about Jay-Z and not in a good way. They said he always was one of them insecure ass niggas. You feel me? You know, and it was a female. It was a female they did an interview with. And I ain't gonna say too much. Y'all have to look that up and find it. But she said he was an insecure nigga. You feel me? He never do nothing on his own. He always used motherfuckers to do shit for him. Now that's crazy. But you got a partner that once worked with him, you feel me, for years. And he said it out his own mouth. He don't think homeboy would be able to hit the streets, hit that motherfucker with his feet running, and make nothing happen. Damn. That's crazy, gang. You feel me? He better, because if the corporate stop fucking with him, if the label stop fucking with him, what is he gonna do? What the fuck is he gonna do? If he get cut and, you know what I'm saying, lose all his ties to everything like P. Diddy did, what the fuck is you gonna do, Jay-Z? What is you gonna do?
Can't go through. His stuff has always been corporately funded, and those are the people that put him on a pedestal. So I was like, now I'm gonna see how much they really support him. And if they're gonna treat him like they treat every other person when they, you know, have to wear something like that on them. Pause.
He said, nah, he finna see how the corporate gonna treat his ass. I wanna know too. I wanna know if it's the motherfuckers that, you know, paying him his money, is they gonna stand behind him? Is the people that's paying Jay-Z, is they finna stand behind him? You know what I'm saying? Is they finna put the money up behind his ass to keep his ass out of jail, out of prison? Do y'all think he worth that much? Is he that valuable? Do they value him that much? I don't think so. I don't think no label value not an artist that much, because at the end of the day, my nigga, they can make some more money. They can make another you if they ain't already got it. They can make another you if they don't already got it. You feel me? They already been cloning these niggas' styles and taking these niggas, making other artists act and look just like these artists. Jaguar Wright said that too. You know what I'm saying? And it was a little bitch looking just like her. But at the end of the day, if Jay-Z get cut, you know what I'm saying? If because I was thinking if Beyonce cut him, and she tied to a lot of shit too. Now, and I asked that question, do this make her look bad? You feel me? Do this make the people that's fucking with her in the corporate business want to stop fucking with her? Because, yo, look, your husband got this motherfucking title hanging over his head. What you think we look like? What you think you look like now, bitch? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what do you think you look like? And I see the bitch supposed to be at the Super Bowl. That's crazy. You feel me? That's crazy. And it's crazy during the timing because all is supposed to take place. You know, now I wonder, is, you know, she still gonna pop up? Is they still finna be functioning? You know what I'm saying? While Jay is facing this case? That's a good question.
You
I
know,
wonder,
like,
can Dame answer
that?
that?
What's the NFL gonna do now? If they don't do nothing, then I'm like, yo, he with them.
Oh, look.
You know, I'm like, I'm wondering what's the NFL gonna do now. If they don't do nothing, then I'm like, yo, he with them.
He answered it. He said, I wonder what the NFL gonna do. I just asked that question, gang. Me too. I wonder what the NFL gonna do.
With him. But I would think that the reason why he has to now speak is because all that corporate shit must be in jeopardy. It just has to be based on the algorithm. You know? And then I wonder how...
So y'all think that's true, that Jay-Z, all his corporate businesses and all his corporate connects is in jeopardy? You feel me? You know, Dame made a good point. He said that's the only reason Jay-Z can be explaining himself, because all his corporate connects and ties is in fucking jeopardy now. Now that nigga don't want to lose all them fucking ties, gang. You know, I can understand that. I seen people make those type of moves, or they either resign or they step down from shit. You feel me? But to know that Jay is scared, you feel me? They got me thinking too, like, well, maybe he did do something. Maybe he did do something, because now the nigga scared, because like Dame Dash said in the beginning, if this ain't true, it's easily beaten. This is something you and your lawyer and them can eat up. You and your lawyers, you know, of whichever he chooses. Y'all can eat this up. It's untrue. But if Jay-Z is facing corporate, you know, demotion, and they finna stop fucking with him corporately, all the brands that fuck with him, NFL, you know, or what if the NFL don't stop fucking with him? Then like Dame Dash said, he with them, you know? They gonna give him all the support. They gonna give him all the support. You know what I'm saying? And I'll let her see that. But I want to see how much they really love his black ass. Because at the end of the day, the motherfuckers don't love your black ass. They don't love your black ass. You only there to make them a check, gang. Your black ass Jay-Z only there to make them some money. And, you know, if push come to shove, nigga, they'll move you around to keep that check going, because it's another hotter artist than you. You better believe that it's another hotter artist than Jay-Z. I know a lot of motherfuckers gonna hate, but I don't give no fuck. At the end of the day, my nigga, it's another one. They already got lined up. They a business gang. They not finna put up with your bullshit. You feel me? I think Dame Dash on to something smart, because he know they not finna put up with Jay-Z bullshit. They finna get rid of Jay.
Objective, certain platforms are going to be the ones that have been holding them down every single second for the last 30 years. What their perspective is on it, will they be objective? You know? Because I know how I was treated. But what I can say is this. When I went through it, the scrutiny was nothing like this. You know? The way they're breaking it down on TikTok and on social media and how they're talking about it in pop culture, I've never had to sustain that. My kids have never had to go through that. So whether it's true or not, again, in this moment, I'd rather be me.
Right.
Just minding my business, being creative.
I got over 1 million subscribers on YouTube without ever even showing my face, and I got all of these awards right here, and I'm inviting you to a completely free training where you can discover...
So did Dame just say he went through this already, gang? Is that what he's saying? That's what it sounds like.
And,
sound like he said he went through
staying
this.
out the way of everyone that
was it the
may
same
be considered
case?
a gray area. You know? And then I was thinking, just because I'm a thinking man, I remember when I was selling Reasonable Doubt, the state were the ones that brought up something looks funky over here. And they went to the judge, and the judge said, this is going to auction. Let the person that buys this deal with that. And then the state bought it. And I've never seen anything like that. They did it with credits. No, they didn't get no money for it. They took the L to get that, so that I think maybe, and I'm just a thinking man, so now they have the right to go into all the books.
I know what he's talking about. Yeah, I know what he's talking about. I was just listening to this, you know, when he was losing the Rockefeller piece. You feel me?
The timing of it all. You know, I'm just curious, because if y'all look at my other interviews, I was like, yo, I don't understand it. I never seen nothing like this. I don't even know why it went to auction. The person that put it to auction didn't get paid. Why would the state want to buy it? They could have left it alone and just let the money go to them.
They should have.
But they wanted to own that, so they have the rights to go and investigate those books. I think. Maybe. It's just the timing of everything. So, times are different. But at the end of the day, I'm never going to let that distract me from what I'm doing. I'm on my grind. And I hope everything works out for everybody. I hope nobody got hurt. And I hope, you know, because again, I always feel sorry for the kids. You know? Like when I saw the screening, I felt sorry for that little girl, you know?
He right though, man. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I don't think nobody should endure this type of scrutiny, hurt, pain. You know what I'm saying? I think these niggas that's millionaires and billionaires, these niggas like like I said, these niggas should face the worst. You know what I'm saying? These niggas should face the worst. They gotta face the smoke that's coming to them. Simple as that. You know? Y'all gotta face that smoke.
I did. She's too young to have to deal with that.
Right.
And it's a lot to be famous, and that's all you know. And to have to, like, you know, like, to have such an aggressive letter, and then to go out and have to pretend that you're that you're unbothered. You know, that unbothered thing, because, like, when it first happened to Puff, I remember the next day he was out acting unbothered.
Right. And why is so though?
And look what happened.
Why do they do that? Like, why do y'all think they do that? Why do they go out there acting unbothered? Like, yo, this shit don't faze me. You feel me? I'm rich as hell. All the money I got, you feel me? Gonna stop this shit. This shit gonna keep my character looking good. Gonna keep the persona about me looking good. Like, gang, that shit don't fit. It don't work. At the end of the day, once that shield cracked about you, motherfuckers looking at you now and they understanding you different. Like, all you is a rich bully. You try to get over on anybody you can. You try to do anything you want to anybody, gang, and you think that you're going to get away with that shit now. Like we said, a lot of people do this shit. And I ain't going to lie to you. I believe it's a lot of motherfuckers behind the scenes that do this shit. It's a lot of people that's behind the scenes that, you know, don't get caught out, that don't get brought up on. It's a lot of motherfuckers that sit behind them desks and they doing shit like this. These motherfuckers on the forefront, they get caught up. You feel me? Like Diddy. I think these motherfuckers is just ghosts. You know what I'm saying? They scapegoats for the big kids to get away with it. And if these niggas gonna take all the blame, then, hey, so be it. The big kids is happier. They gonna keep their organizations running. They gonna keep their money coming in. They gonna keep their money coming in because at the end of the day, you gotta think about this. P. Diddy was working for somebody. Who the fuck he working with? Who he connected to? Clyde Davis and them? So it gotta be somebody in a bigger position, in a bigger seat than P. Diddy that was allowing this shit to take place. You know what I'm saying? That was allowing these people to make these moves and bust these strings. And you know what I'm saying? The people that was working for P. Diddy, they was working for other motherfuckers, and they came through other bigger corporations and bigger, you know what I'm saying, leaders of companies, gang. And they gotta know what's up. They gotta know what's up. They already knew the moves and shit like this. They knew what the people was doing and the secrets and the shit they was holding. You know what I'm saying? The people they was kidnapping and motherfuckers they was keeping against their will all in the cribs and shit. You having $1 million meetings. You know what I'm saying? You got your assistant walking through this motherfucker. That bitch wasn't saying nothing. That bitch sitting there passing out the drugs, gang. He paying the bitch big money. So to me, I think that shit, yeah, these motherfuckers gotta know what's up. Half of the people in the industry gotta know what's up. I'm talking about the executives, the assistants, the A&Rs. Half of the people, they gotta know what's up. Just not the bodyguards. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers think it's just Gene Deal who knew all this information. No, it's plenty other motherfuckers who knew information that was working for P. Diddy and working for Jay-Z, and they ain't gonna never say nothing. Them motherfuckers probably so paid off. Or like a couple of them chicks was saying, they scared them off with, yo, I'm gonna do this to your family, I'm gonna harm your family. Like, come on, gang. They've been using that trick for a while. And sometimes the only motherfucker I seen taking it to the extent was, who they say, Jay Prince and P. Diddy. Jay Prince and P. Diddy was one of the motherfuckers, when they make a threat towards your family, they gonna stand on it. Or when they make a threat towards you, people said in the game, they stood on it. You feel me? And we already seen what P. Diddy stood on when he made threats towards people. He blowing up cars. He giving motherfuckers pneumonia back to back, allegedly. Everybody keeps saying allegedly. No, this shit, hey, you got stories about it, and I don't think shit, them motherfuckers wouldn't be coming out with this shit if it wasn't real. The man just got money. You know what I'm saying? Money
So
talk,
for me,
bullshit
like,
walk.
unbothered to me means worried.
Right.
Because I know if I was wearing that and I had to go through all of this,
He
I would
said
be
to him,
outside.
unbothered means worried.
I'm like,
Good.
yo,
I ain't
this
never
shit is
heard that.
crazy. You know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't never looked
know
at it that way.
I wouldn't even go out. But I wouldn't be like, I'm going to go out and act like nothing's happening because
Hell no.
everyone knows something is.
Hell no. Definitely when you got something swinging over your head like that, gang, it's not meant for you to go out there and act like shit happening. Like ain't nothing
So
happening.
it was amazing to me that Puff, to the day he went to jail, was in the park acting unbothered. And there's no way that you're not bothered in that scenario, knowing this
So
might be
you
your
ain't
last
get no fuck.
day ever in the park. How do you practice this unbothered when your world is crumbling? Because that's something I've never been able to do. When I'm bothered, people know.
You gotta be heartless. Now some motherfuckers will call it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you just honed into your emotions. He don't let nothing bother him. He wanted a strong ass man. Hell no, he heartless. The nigga wasn't bothered by that shit. The nigga wasn't bothered by the accusations that was, you know what I'm saying, brought upon him. He heartless, gang. He ain't give a fuck. That's how he unbothered. He don't give a fuck, damn. Ain't no other way in hell. And plus the money helped him not give a fuck. The Tusi, all the Tusi he was snorting up his nose. He didn't give a fuck. You feel me? Now, that motherfucker right there, he ain't going nowhere good in the afterlife, gang. You feel me? I'm just saying, he can't be. He heartless as hell. You unbothered. And we got another man here with kids, you feel me, just as well as Puff Daddy and just as well as Jay-Z, and he don't work with these motherfuckers. If he can say unbothered is worried, and you feel me, he wouldn't be like that. Why in the fuck y'all think Puff Daddy was like that? He didn't give a fuck. He already put his kids in jeopardy. He put his kids in jeopardy, my nigga, with this whole organization, this whole ordeal. Had them operating in some of the ordeals, allegedly. This is what the stories say, but my nigga, that's shit, that's enough for me. Like, you got me fucked up. I ain't...
If I'm outside while something is an issue, I'm going to speak on. I'm not going to ever act like nothing's happening.
Right.
So I guess my point is, I think the most transparent thing to do, if I'm objective, is I think people want to hear what Homeboy got to say direct. You know? And at this point, if they put him in a deposition, he's going to have to speak to people he don't want to talk to. But I wish everybody the best of luck. And again,
I mean, yeah, I like how you said
blow
that,
for
man.
hip-hop.
Hold on, wait.
Once again.
Another major blow to hip-hop once again. Yes, he right. Because out of the 50 years of hip-hop ain't really done shit. None of the people in hip-hop done shit. You know, they done little things, you know, donated towards charity, but they ain't opening schools, hospitals, or nothing else. They ain't looking out for the, you know what I'm saying, the motherfuckers who really trying to get in the hip-hop industry. They fucking them. They playing them. They keeping they publishing rights. They playing them out they songs, taking the songs they write. It's some creative motherfuckers all over the world, but you better believe half of these people, they been fucking them. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know, I pray everybody come out on the bright side of it too, but you know what I'm saying? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. You know, like I said before, I think, you know, the hip-hop gang been washed up. They need a whole new batch. They need a new batch of motherfuckers that's going to treat people with decency, gang. That's going to make sure people get the money they deserve. Because hip-hop already ain't paying no motherfucker nothing. That's why they got to switch it up and go to streaming and do all this extra shit, collect the money from the back ends and all this shit. You feel me? They already playing the shit out of people, gang. You know, but to hear these type of accusations come out behind the hip-hop artists is talking about they not making enough, they are not paid enough, they're underpaid. Hip-hop artists is talking about they don't get no breaks, motherfuckers touring all day, up 3 nights, you feel me, and not making enough pay, so they got to continuously do shows and tour to get the equalization of what, you know, Michael Jackson was receiving for one song. You feel me? That nigga was making group money. That nigga go up there, perform one song, he making group money. Fuck you talking about a couple groups money. So at the end of the day, I think, you know, yes, it is a blow to hip hop, but is it a major blow? Was these really pioneers? Was these really moguls in hip hop, or was, you know, these moguls hiding shit behind, you know, they closed doors, you know, in their closets, you know, like, I don't know.
You know, it's like bang, bang, bang. It's so much I told you so, stay out of hip hop. It's so much, yo, y'all looked up to him, but look now. And that's where it's problematic, is, you know, culturally, because of the consistency of what has been portrayed in popular press. Why is it consistency?
Why is it consistency in this shit? Why is this type of behavior consistent amongst the hip-hop community? Why? You feel me? Why in the fuck is this type of behavior consistent? I ain't never seen nobody else doing nothing else in the hip-hop community. You don't hear shit about this with the R&B singers. You don't hear shit about this with the movie actors. Sometimes you do, but not all of them. You don't hear shit about this with the comedians. Sometimes you do, but not all of them. Like, you feel me? It's a whole bunch of shit in a whole bunch of fields, gang. You can say that, look, we don't always get this type of activity. At first, you wouldn't hear it in golf until Tiger Woods' ass, you feel me, got buzzed down. Like, gang, it's a whole bunch of shit that's taking place, but why is it these type of blows that's consistent in hip-hop? Is it true? Why is it that everybody in hip-hop is getting this type of title? Quincy Jones at one point was getting a type of title from Tupac. Like, is it true? You know what I'm saying? Is it true? It's too much going on in hip-hop for us not to know. There's too many secrets being held, too many gatekeepers. You feel me? And I believe in that game. I do believe these motherfuckers be hiding bigger shit, bigger fish to fry. So we don't know. You know, they just give us something to look at. So it look good, look glamorous, look glamorous. That's it. Like, come on, gang.
My place to have your children. And it's a shame because for the good part of hip hop,
it's a lot of money in it, motherfucker. You know, for the good part of hip hop, it's a lot of money involved in it. But, you know, like the drill scene taking over hip hop too, gang. And they paying them boys a lot just to talk reckless and stupid about each other. That shit crazy. That hit different. That hit different. You feel me? Pay you a lot to kill yourself.
and I'm not saying anybody's bad, but the accusations are.
Yeah.
But for those that appreciate and respect the art over here, regardless of what's going on, you know, we making children's programming and content, and we're playing instruments, and we're trying to be healthy, and we're trying to create an environment that is great for nurturing and evolving a child to become a better adult. And I don't want anybody to ever lose faith in hip hop. You know?
I mean, well, shit, the you know, hip hop losing faith in itself, man. The artists ain't shit. They don't talk about nothing nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop ain't hip hop no more. Hip hop ain't hip hop no more, and it's been stopped being hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We don't get no good music no more. Half of the artists say the same shit. They fucking your bitch. They riding on rims. They'll kill you. And the only people they killing is people that look like me. You know what I'm saying? People that's my color. You ain't hearing them niggas talking about running up on no white boys. Boys, stop it. Them niggas scared. And at the end of the day, I don't promote that shit, but at the end of the day, that's all I'm hearing in hip-hop. So, you know, the healthy side of hip-hop, to see that side would be great. I ain't gonna lie. That would be something. But when is we gonna see it? Drill rap is popping right now. When is we gonna see it? A lot of motherfuckers said drill rap was dead. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the lyrical rap been dead. They took that out. They tried to kill that. But when the fuck is we gonna see, you know, real hip-hop? Healthy hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Culture growing hip-hop. When? Motherfuckers been waiting on that since the OGs, since grandma and granddaddy. You feel me? Right now, in the music game, R&B ain't even R&B no more. Only thing they talk about is sex. You go on 98.3, 65% of 98.3 nowadays is sex. Sexualized. You feel me? So, like, hip-hop ain't hip-hop no more. R&B ain't R&B no more. Country ain't country no more. Definitely once Beyonce stepped her ass over there, y'all know they was looking at that like, bullshit. What? How this bitch come from over here to over? You feel me? So it's like a lot of shit changing, but is it changing for the better or the worse? You know? Is it changing for the better or the worse? Hip-hop is only getting worse. More artists is dying. Like, more black artists is dying. All you see is setups, back doors. More people killing each other in the hip-hop community for money. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers starving out there, gang. So they wiping each other out. They getting rid of each other for a bag. And then the young boy so goofy, you know, and that's only in our culture. That's what's crazy. So we need healthy hip-hop. You know what I'm saying?
Because there are those in hip-hop that were like, yo, I'm not trying to fit in. I'm trying to be out.
Right.
So we could do it this way over here. And had faith in our skills and our creativity. And
I think that's a problem nowadays in hip hop. A lot of artists, you could tell they don't got faith in they skills or you know what I'm saying, their creativity. They don't got faith in themselves. They don't even believe in themselves nowadays. And you could tell by the way they rap. You could tell, you know, by the things they say. Like, gang, nowadays a motherfucker, to even get in the game, you gotta fit in. You gotta say shit to fit in nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You gotta rap just like the most popular motherfuckers, whether they from your city or whether they just in the rap world, in the rap community. You got to sound just like them or similar. Or you got to look like them. I ain't never understood that either. Like, shit, in the hip-hop community, gang, you always got to have a look. Everybody be like, you got to look like something. You got to look like a thug. You know what I'm saying? You just can't come in looking like yourself and figure you going to get in the hip-hop game. That's over with. Back in the days you used to, you could come with a pelly and some fucking felines on and, you know what I'm saying, some dicky pants, and they gonna sign you only because you had talent. And they knew that, yeah, you a sell. They can make a lot of sales off you. But nowadays, my nigga, in 2024, when you get in the hip-hop community, you already got to come in with an image. You already got to have a fan base. They want you to have at least 50,000 motherfucking fans or more. Your image gotta be almost like Young Thugs, or you almost gotta look like you know what I'm saying? You gotta look like who else? Who else I can say, gang? You can't say Kanye. Kanye way above these mumble rap ass niggas. But at the end of the day, it's like that's how you gotta get in. You gotta have a chain. You gotta talk about fucking another nigga bitch. You gotta talk about hitting a nigga with a switch. You gotta talk about all that shit, gang. So a lot of times, yeah, artists will make music like that so they can get in the game. You feel me? And then they'll try to switch it up. And the moment they do that, they lose fans. They lose all their core fans. Because don't nobody want to hear that positive shit. That's sad. But don't nobody want to hear it. That's fucked up. The world's so lost. You know what I'm saying? They so negative. It's crazy. So Dane got a point. He always had a point.
Just anybody exploited. And of course, they try to make us look crazy and try to make us look angry. But the thing is like, yo, y'all don't understand a certain fight unless you've been in it.
Right.
And when somebody tells you about it, you think someone's exaggerating, and they're not even telling you to have. They really, truly just trying to be cool about things.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like, don't give up on hip-hop. I also think about how I felt and feel about the lawyers that are, you know, when I'm in a trial, that are getting at me. Pause. And generally speaking, I do hate those lawyers.
He don't be playing.
And the reason why in my case is because I feel like, you know, again, I'll say allegedly because I don't know, I don't want to get sued or nothing. But I generally know that they're representing a lie and that they're only doing it for money. And, you know, it's hard not to resent them for that. When you know that the person accusing you of something is only doing it for bread. So I'm not saying that this is that case, but I do understand the aggression toward the lawyer. But, you know, this particular lawyer,
I mean,
he seems like he's with the shits.
But they all are, man. Definitely when it comes to the money, like they with that shit. Damn, you know that. They definitely with the shits when it comes to that bag. You feel me?
And I know how important it is for him to look a certain way to corporate. But again, this is me as like, objectively, I hear everything. I know I'm not supposed to be ever allowed to talk about.
You know, I think that corporate image is a motherfucker, though, man. People trying to keep that corporate image, they fuck their whole careers up, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. So, you know, honestly, do y'all believe Jay-Z gonna be innocent, man? Y'all think he gonna walk away, you know, with no scratches on him? Do y'all think P. Diddy gonna walk away with no scratches on him? Because I even heard a lot of people say that out there. Yeah, Diddy finna get away. Diddy finna walk away with no scratches, this, that, and the other, you feel me? Only because, like Dame Dash said, how he was gloating. You know, how he was going about everything. Like, yeah, you know, can't touch me, can't. Like, gang, they touched your ass. You feel me? Then they went and got your partner. They went and got Jay-Z. And they also said he was with you and they was partying hard. You feel me? So, this shit crazy, man. At the end of the day, man, I appreciate everybody. Everybody hit that like button, man. And thank everybody for their time, man. Y'all make sure y'all keep y'all heads up. Stay safe out there. Stay blessed, man. Stay positive, too, man. Stay out the way. And just kick back and watch what happened, man. But don't get distracted by these stories. Because all these stories be distraction, man. They keep you from your purpose, from your journey in life. I am out. I love y'all, man. Peace.